fellow collectors. Frank M. TTM here, back with another TTM Success video. TTM stands for Through the Mail. I get through the mail autographs. I get autographs from sports players, all sports players so far in my autograph collection. And I get all my addresses from sportscardforum.com and sportscollectors.net. If you're just getting into TTM, check up those sites. They have free versions, and sportscollectors.net has a paid version as well, which is pretty handy. So let's get right out of here. I have 4 to share. First in the box, we have a 3 for 2, 9 days, $10 donation. This is out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have, this is Mr. Gorman Thomas, Stormin' Gorman. And he had a card in there that he signed. Got his card, Stormin' Gorman LLC, Stormin' Sauce, so he sells sauce. And you can email him there to get some tasty sauce. Well, actually, I haven't tried it yet, but I did get the sauce. I ordered it. You just email gorman.thomas20@gmail.com. Very kindly will reply to you, and $16 for this sauce. And so, very nice. Got some Stormin' Gorman sauce. I'm looking forward to trying that. So I had that. I got his card signed, and I got on the 1981 tops for the set, and the 1987 tops for the set. This is James Gorman Thomas III. He was born on December 12, 1950 in Charleston, South Carolina. Gorman's father was a pitcher in the New York Yankees minor league system. Nicknamed Stormin' Gorman, he played outfield 13 seasons in the majors from 1973 to 86 with the Milwaukee Brewers. From 73 to... He had a couple stints, 2 stints, 73 to 83 and 1986. Cleveland Indians in 1983 and Seattle Mariners 1984 to 1986. He was a 2-time home run champion with the Brewers in 1979 with 45 long balls and 1982 with 39. He was a 1981 All-Star. He also led the league in strikeouts twice, so he was a free swinging power hitter. He had some monster power, if you've ever seen him play. Back in the day, he was initially drafted by the Seattle Pilots in their inaugural season in 1969, and only season, because the following season, they became the Brewers. The Pilots franchise went bankrupt, and they became the Brewers. He was drafted in the first round, 21st overall by the Pilots in the 1969 MLB amateur draft out of James Island High School in Charleston, South Carolina. He was a career .225 hitter. He had 268 career home runs, 782 RBI, and 1,436 career games. So he was quite a decent player back in the day. He was a big dude, 6'2", 210. He did answer a few questions, which I'm gonna get out here. Where did I put him? Oh, of course I'm here. Whoops, knocked on. Right, first he had a little note here. Check out my sauce. Email if you want to order. Really good. Thanks. GM20. He signs it, and he signs his email that way too. And he did answer some questions. Who was your favorite teammate? Basically, all my teammates 78 to 82. So they made the majors in early 70s, then 78, 82 were, they say they're pretty much the prime of his career. Who was the toughest pitcher you had a home run off of? He says probably Ryan, so Nolan Ryan. 100-mile-per-hour fastball and great curveballs. So I had to look this up here. Stormin' Gorman had 3 career home runs versus Nolan. when Nolan Ryan was with the Angels. His first one came on July 27th, 1978 at County Stadium, Milwaukee. It was in the 5th inning with 1 on, 2 out. He hit one to deep left field to give the Brewers a 6-1 lead. They won 6-3. They knocked it out Nolan Omar after 5 innings. He allowed 6 runs. Second home run off for Nolan was on September 7th, 1979 at Anaheim Stadium. His 39th of the season. In that season, he led the league. He hit one in the first with 1 on and 2 outs into left field, scoring Cecil Cooper. Actually, the Angels went on to win that game, and Nolan played a complete game. 4-hitter, allowing 3 runs, 6 walks, 5 Ks. And his third home run was off of Nolan was on September 15th, 1979 at County Stadium. 6th inning, 1 on, 1 out to deep left. He scoring Don Money. Gave the Brewers a 2-zip lead, and they won the game 3-2. So, man, it was pretty darn good versus Nolan Ryan Express. And do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do? He likes to hunt. He likes to fish, cook, wood carve, drag racing. Man, this guy does it all. Stormin Gorman Thomas. Thank you so much, sir. Do appreciate the sauce. Looking forward to. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm going to marinate something with it, and as you see there, got an autograph on the sauce can as well. I may marinate something with it, or you can use it as a dipping sauce, it says, and all types of stuff it tells you there. It's kind of a mustardy sauce. I think it's kind of a mustardy sauce. I'll let you know when I do try it how it is. Well, anyways, let's get on to the next one here. Next we have a 4 for 4, 14 days, no fee out of Fort Myers, Florida. We have Mr. Bill Almond on this 1987 Topps for the set, and on this 1981 Topps, that's Topps traded for the set, and the 1987 Topps traded for the set, and the 1981 Topps traded for the set. Can I say for the set enough? I think you get the point there. I don't have to. I'm collecting 81 and 87s mostly, but I collect. I like other sets as well. So nice. Signed 4 for 4. I thought it was awesome. He had cards both for the traded and the regular set of 87 and 81. So got a stack there. This is William Francis Almond. He was born on November 12th, 1952 in Providence, Rhode Island. He was a 6'3", primary shortstop, though he also played third in outfield. Played a few games at second and first, and he even played 1 game at catcher. He was first drafted by the San Diego Padres in the 11th round of the 1971 amateur draft out of Veterans Memorial High School in Warwick, Rhode Island. But he chose to attend college at Brown University instead. When he played college, when he was in college, he played 2 collegiate summer ball with the Falmouth Commodores of the Cape Cod League. Shout out to George the Collector. He big fan of the Cape League. Through 2019, he was the last player to come to the majors from Brown, and also one of the most prominent. He returned to his alma mater as head coach from 1993 to 96. So after Brown, he was drafted the first overall pick in the 1974 amateur draft by the San Diego Padres. So the Padres got their man there. Highly touted prospect. He batted right-handed. He threw right. He played 15 seasons in the majors. He played 6 of them with the San Diego Padres, 74 to 79. About a half a season with the Montreal Expos in 80, then spent the second half of that season with the New York Mets. He played 2 seasons with the Chicago White Sox, 81 to 82. Oakland A's, 83 to 84. Pittsburgh Pirates about almost 2.5 seasons from 85 to 87. He was traded back over to New York Mets for a half season plus in 87, and he rounded out his final year in 1988 with the Philadelphia Phillies, playing 20 games from that season. His best season was perhaps 1981. With the White Sox, he hit .301, had 4 homers, 41 RBIs, stole 16 bases. He was 19th in voting for MVP. He was a career .254 hitter with 36 home runs, 206 96 RBIs, 128 stolen bases. He played in 1,236 games. And he did answer a few questions. Which was your favorite city to play in? Pittsburgh. So he enjoyed playing with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Biggest hit was his first hit. And he debuted in a doubleheader versus Atlanta Braves at Atlanta Stadium in September 1974. In the first game, he went 0 for 4 in a loss. He made a big error in that game, which gave the Braves the lead, but he redeemed himself in the second game with his first major league hit. It was his third at bat. He grounded ground ball single up the middle off the right-handed pitcher Ron Reed. What do you like to do for hobbies? He likes to golf. So thank you so much, Mr. Almond. I do appreciate it very much. Next, we have a 5 for 4 in 10 days, no fee out of Metroplex, Michigan. We have Mr. Frank Tanana. I don't even know how to say your name, Mr. Tanana. And he, of course, he always puts in this his testimonial card. The goal, Frank Tanana, John 14:6, and I'll give you a look at that in a moment. He signed the 87 tops for me. He signed the that's with the biblical scripture, John 3:6, with my home team, Boston Red Sox, with the ever popular John 3:16, and that's a tops. That's a 1981 tops traded card, and he signed the 1981 base set card, John 14:6, and that's with the Angels. So got with 3 different teams here, and he did answer a few questions, which I will get to in just a moment. This is Frank Darrell Tanana. He was born on July 7th, 1953 in Detroit, Michigan. He was a 6'2" left-handed pitcher. He played 21 seasons in the majors, 1973 to 93. He was drafted in the first round, 13th pick overall by the California Angels in the 1971 MLB draft. Out of Detroit Catholic High School. He played with the California Angels for 8 seasons, 73 to 80. Played 1 season with my home team, Boston Red Sox, in 1981. Played 3.5 seasons with the Texas Rangers. He played 8 seasons with his home state, home city Detroit Tigers. Grew up in Detroit, 85 to 92. And his last season, he split between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets in 1993. He was a 3-time All-Star, 1976, 77, 78 with the Angels. He was the ERA leader in 1977 with a 2.54 ERA. Between him and Nolan Ryan, they were the best righty-lefty combo in the league during that decade, I would say. Argue the best righty-lefty. He led the league in strikeouts in 1975 with 269. Interesting fact as well, his father, Frank Richard Tanana, was a minor league outfielder with the Cleveland Indians organization for 5 seasons. And he had a bit of pop in his bat. All but 1 season he hit in double digits for home runs, his father. Mr. Tanana was a 240 win, 236 loss career record. He had a 3.66 ERA, and he pitched in 638 games, had 616 starts, 4,188 in a third innings pitch. He struck out 2,773 batters and had 143 complete games and 34 shutouts. And give you a closer look there at his story, his interesting story. If you want to pause and read, you're welcome to. With the success came a lot of wealth and ability to buy all the great stuff, and he got caught up in that lifestyle. Even voted the Southern California's most eligible bachelor at 25. He had everything in the world, and money, fame, luxuries, and when you realize, that he had a friend, I think it was a friend who died in a car accident, kind of gave him a wake-up call of, these things are not that important compared to, what's truly important in life. And that's, in his view, serving God and serving his neighbor. You can read that over if you would like, and that's the back there. So and he did answer a few questions, which, where did I put them? That's the question. And that's the question. There they are. They're in here. I asked him, who was your favorite catcher to work with? Terry Humphrey was a catcher with the Angels in the 70s. Most memorable inning you pitch. Most memorable game was 1987. 1-0 win over the Toronto. On last game of that season, he pitched a complete game shutout. Allowed 6 hits, 3 walks, 9 Ks at Tiger Stadium. And favorite inning was a 1976 All-Star game. His first All-Star game at Philly. His first inning, he pitched the final 2 innings in a American League loss. American League lost 7-1, but his first inning he did pretty darn good. He got Larry Bower to fly out to right. He got Hall of Famer Mike Smith to ground out to short, and Al Oliver to ground out to second, with Tanana covering first base. So, and last thing I asked him, what advice would you give someone pursuing a career in sports nowadays? Mixing up on some questions here. Play a lot, know the game, play with kids older than you, concentrate. And I always mention, too, my son in my letters, so I always like to kind of maybe get, once in a while, ask that question, for a youngster. What is your suggestion? So if you're a youngster out there, get into the game, play a lot, know the game, play with kids older than you, concentrate, some good advice there. So thank you so much, Mr. Tanana. I do appreciate it quite a bit. Last but not least, we have a 2 for 2, 10 days. $4 donation, $2 per card. The North Texas, Dallas, Texas. You have Mr. Reggie Cleveland. 1976 tops and the 1981 tops. And this is Reggie Leslie Cleveland, born May 23rd, 1948 in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, Canada. He is in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. He was raised in Cold Lake, Alberta, Canada. In addition to baseball, Reggie was a javelin champion who led it in curling and hockey in high school. He signed with the St. Louis Cardinals August 28, 1965. And how he was found, it was a pretty interesting story. After throwing a no-hitter for the Moose Jaw Phillies, I think was a semi-professional team in that area, I'm sure. He was discovered by Sam Shapiro, a diminutive carnival man, and SYLB Game spring training empire. While traveling with the carnival in 1965, Shapiro came upon the young right-handed pitcher in a semi-pro game and sent a telegram to his friend Red Chodinist, manager of the St. Louis Cardinals. Bill Sales, Cardinal scout and former Red Sox pitcher, was dispatched to see Cleveland pitch, only to find he had worked a day earlier to help keep his team from being eliminated and terminated. His next start was postponed by rain, so Sales asked Cleveland for a personal pitching demonstration. Sales was impressed enough to offer Cleveland a contract with a $500 bonus, but Cleveland was not impressed. Sales raised the bonus to $1,000. Cleveland persisted and asked for more money, but Sales demurred. Later, the 17-year-old Cleveland reconsidered, called Sales, and signed the contract. That's how his major league career began. And he was a right-handed pitcher, 6'1". Played 13 seasons in the majors. He played 5 with the St. Louis Cardinals, 69 to 73, 4+ with the Boston Red Sox, 74 to 78. He played just under a season with the Texas Rangers in 1978. He was actually about just under a season, because he was traded from the Red Sox to the Rangers in April, and he played the final 3 seasons with the Milwaukee Brewers in from 79 to 81. He was a career 105 win, 106 loss pitcher with a 4.1 ERA. He pitched in 428 games, 203 of them starts. He had 57 complete games, 12 shutouts, 25 saves. He pitched in 1,809 innings and had 930 Ks. And he did answer for question. He was a big part of the Red Sox 1975 World Series. He pitched in the American League Championship Series and the World Series. Big part of that team in that era. And where are my questions? Here we go. Ask Mr. Cleveland, who was your favorite catcher to work with? It would be Pudge, Carlton Fisk. Of course it was. Greatest catcher of that era. Hall of Famer. Toughest batter he struck out. Hammond and Hank Aaron. He struck him out 3 times. First time was July 3rd, 1972 with the Cardinals at Busch Stadium versus the Atlanta Braves. When he was playing with he struck him out looking in the first. And then no, actually he struck him out twice. He didn't strike him out 3 times. And the second time was September 15th, 1976 with the Red Sox at County Stadium when Hank Aaron's final season of his major league career with the Milwaukee Brewers. He struck out in the first. And he pitched pretty good in both of those games. That first game he had a two-hit complete game shutout. And that was the Cardinals won 2-0, and that second one he had a 4-hit, 8 2/3 with 1 run. The Red Sox won 2-0, and I asked him, what do you like to do for hobbies? He likes to model trains. So thank you so much, Mr. Cleveland. Do appreciate it. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Stoneman Gorman Thomas, and thank you for that sauce. I appreciate it. Thank you for the email correspondence. Very helpful. And I want to thank Mr. Bill Almond, Mr. Frank Tanana, and Mr. Reggie Cleveland. Terrific returns today. I hope everybody's well out there. Thank you for joining me from another TTM Success video. Take care. God bless. Peace.